I need to be a DJ. I'm gonna do a live broadcast on here one day, just straight music, like a pregame or something. All right, all right. What's up, Cowboy Nation, Cowboy Headquarters, and America's team, and welcome to Monday Night Mike Up. Here we are on a Monday night again, doing what we do best. Yeah, talk about our Dallas Cowboys. So, hey, if you're not a Cowboy fan, listen. This might not be the stop for you. But if you hang around long enough, I promise you, you might just be a Cowboy fan. Hey, and you know what? Boy, we got some bitter 49er fans out there today. Ooh-wee. We got some bitter 49ers fans out there today and this past weekend. Y'all know what the deal is, but we ain't gonna get into that right now. But we gonna start off with a little something. But you know me, my mama raised me right, so I got to say what's up to all our subscribers and all those that follow this channel. Again, like I always say, without you, I would not be where I am today. So thank you. Let's give it up. Oh yeah, they got a lot of audience today. Yeah. So again, like I say, without you guys, this is absolutely impossible. But oh boy, look at here. I got a surprise guest. Hold tight. Don't you move, brother. I'm gonna bring you. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, I also got to go in here and I gotta say thank you to y'all know how I do this, man. I got to say thank you to those that always show us love on the social media group. And that is the Dallas Cowboys on deck, Cowboys fan 365, we them boys, Dallas Cowboys insiders. Let me tell you something about these folks here, man. These folks here are diehard Cowboy fans. Now, I need all you guys and women that's on this channel. I need y'all to go over there and be a part of these groups because they are diehards. And I told you once again, I cannot come with that weak stuff because hey, they will check you. They will check you. So we have to definitely give it up for our social media. Let's give it up. Yeah, buddy. I'm feeling good, man. There's a lot of good things going on, a lot of good stuff going on, man. And I'm just excited. I don't know about y'all. It's a lot of stuff that's going on, but we're gonna give it a little time. Let's see. I got a comment right here. Who we got? Oh, let's see. Pete PR is in the house. Yes, sir. He say he's. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get ready to do it. I got to. Y'all already know before I go any further. I got to get ready to do it. So now, let's get ready to huddle. Come on, I'm getting pretty good at that now. I'm getting pretty good at it. Come on, it's starting to work on y'all. I know it is. We got another comment down here. These boys just win. That's all. These boys just win. I understand. I like that name. Yes, this offense fits Trey. He will pick it up soon. A few bad games or injuries away from starting. Well, you know what? These boys hold that thought, man, because we're gonna get into that comment. We're gonna get into that subject. Woo! But I gotta wait for more people to come in. But yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. But we're gonna start off until everybody get in. Let's talk about some fantasy stuff, man. Let's get into some fantasy. I just did my fantasy over the weekend. I think I made some folks mad. I mean, let me ask y'all: is there a proper way to draft? I'm just curious. Is there a proper way to draft? Because I got Pat Mahomes first pick. He was available. Now, let's talk about Tony Pollard. Now, Tony Pollard, if you had the opportunity to pick Tony Pollard, would you pick Tony Pollard? Because really what it says right here now with Tony Pollard now, he has been impressive throughout his 4 NFL seasons. He was taken in the 4th round in 2018 draft and is primed to be the Cowboys starting back for the first time in his career. You heard that? Keyword, first time. Pollard has been to 1 Pro Bowl in his career. Okay. So what they're saying, his ADP is 18.43 points. Well, 18. We're gonna say 18 points a game. Okay, this is what they said. Pollard has an ADP of 18.43 in redraft leagues, which puts him in the second round for most leagues. His ADP is lower than his teammate, wide receiver CD Lamb. Now listen, y'all heard what it said. I'm giving y'all some tips before y'all do y'all draft. If y'all haven't drafted, I just gave you some information on Tony Pollard. But the question is, still remains: Would you pick Tony Pollard in the second round or before? Well, Henry Hill has something to say. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's see what Henry Hill said. I trade Rush, bring back Will as a third, and make Lance as second QB. Put some heat on that. Boy, y'all already gone. I can't even get through my stuff. Y'all ready to talk about this trade Lance? Okay, we gonna get. Hey, yeah, I got the link up there. Let me put it up there again for any. Now remember, this is a viewers live stream. This is not my live stream. This is for the viewers, and I got a special guest in the background. I can't wait to get him on. I'm gonna get him on here in just a minute. But PR Cowboy, I'm sure he's gonna probably come in and hang out with us as well. Let me put this link back up in here. And like I say, if you're bold enough to come on and hang out with your boy G, the number one Cowboy fan, have to come right on in and hang out and let's talk some Cowboy talk because we got a lot going on. Oh, I got another one in here. Oh man, what you know what? I guess I better go ahead and get this thing started because I got some folks in here. So now listen. All right. Now listen, if y'all bold enough, I done put the link up there. If you want to come on tonight, we're gonna go on and get into this because look like we don't have long. But first of all, let me bring he's no stranger to the Cowboy Huddle, and he's the hype man of the group. It's our guy. Mikey 520. What's up? Yeah, what's going on, homie?
What's going on, big dog? Happy Monday.
Yeah, you gonna hang out with me today?
I'm gonna chill with you for a little bit. I know this is your show, but we need to get some things off our chest because we were a little emotional and I don't want to give it all because I want to give it all to on Wednesday. But it's a beautiful Monday to see you, Bubba.
Yeah. Well, hey, we finna bring everybody. Guess who we got on? Guess who we got backstage? I gotta bring them on. I need a drum roll for this one here. Boy, let me see what I got. Here we I got one right here for this. No, let me get this one right here. Watch this, Mike. Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
He's a faithful Cowboy Huddle subscriber, and he's a faithful follower of the Cowboy Huddle. No other than our guy, Larry G.
What's good?
Larry G's in the house tonight. What's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Hey, man, it's all good, man. Now we can put a face with the name. How about that? All right, and we got
Oh
Mike.
man, I froze up. Who's that? Who's that? My bad.
Man, that's Larry
What's up,
G.
Mikey?
That's
Oh,
Larry
it's
G.
Larry G. Nice,
I give it up.
dude. Always on the comments. Nice to meet you, Bubba. What's
Yeah.
going on?
All right, that's what's up, man. So we're gonna get right on into this because I know it's a lot to talk about. I was trying to do some filler because we know what the elephant in the room is. But yeah. Let's get
Yeah.
to another moderator. Pull up Henry Hill again. He got another comment. That's about 2 paragraphs, but let's see what that say. He got another. Let's see what he say. Check it out. We all know Rush can only throw 7
Oh, jeez.
yards. Why not put Trey Lance as backup, giving up a fourth and paying 6.525 million? What the F are
God,
we doing here? I don't think we want to pay Dak 60. Ooh.
God bless Henry. God bless Henry for making content and pushing us off the ledge already. God bless Henry. God bless you, man.
Yeah. So yeah, we might well go ahead and get to this elephant in the room. Let's go ahead and get to the elephant in the room, moderator. Let's go ahead and get there because I think we got enough folks in here to talk about what the latest and the greatest is. Let's see here. Can you pull that up for me? Okay. Yeah, the elephant in the room. Trey Lance. So, guys, here we are. And we're gonna talk about it, but let me just kind of give you guys what's been reported right now. So what's been reported right now, quarterback Trey Lance, the third overall pick in the 2021 NFL draft by the San Francisco 49ers, had his world turned upside down after being traded to the Dallas Cowboys Friday evening in exchange for a 2024 fourth round pick. Despite throwing only 102 NFL passes in two seasons, Lance officially became a Cowboy on Sunday after passing his physical, which has allowed him to set up shop at the Star in Frisco, Texas, Dallas Cowboys headquarters, to begin getting to work. He arrived. So Mike McCarthy said he arrived yesterday and went through the physical process. He's been here all day. We'll try to get to him as much as we can. So the Cowboys also provided their younger and or new players the opportunity to go through plays after practice, something Lance will have to attend after coming to Dallas following the conclusion of the preseason. So, fellas, how we feeling about this trade? I mean, let our guests go real quick. Mikey, Lance, Larry G, how you feeling about this trade, my man?
I'm liking it. I like it a lot.
You liking it a lot. Okay, that's what's up. So what do you see? Is there something that you see that could probably help us? I'm not probably saying right now, but maybe later on. What do you think?
Well, you said what I'm about to say. Some people might agree with me. Some people may not agree with me. But I'm gonna say that if Dak Prescott does not do good this season or the following seasons, well, let me just say this: everybody knows that we're stuck with Dak,
Yeah.
right? And the Cowboys are most likely going to give Dak an extension.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean we have to start him.
Well, yeah, it happened to Tony Romo. It's how it happened, see, there's so many, and Mikey, there's so many options to this. There's so many ways you can look at this, and that's one option. What Larry G is talking about, that is an option. That could be one of the cases, And there's a lot that's going on with what Trey can do. Is he gonna get a chance to play, or is he gonna sit for the 2 years and they're gonna groom him for after the 2 years? Or what do you think, Mike? And how you feeling about this?
Well, you know how initially I felt. We're in a group chat, and there's audio recordings on how I felt. You can't put them on here because they have a lot of expletives. But that was my initial reaction. I was really thinking short term. I'm really thinking about this season, and that's where our mindset is. We're nine. This is nine. It was 9 days away from. Well, we're 9 days away from our first game, or 2 weeks, excuse me, or 9 days from the opening season. You understand what I mean?
Right.
And
I got
I'm thinking short term. I'm thinking the holes in our roster. I'm thinking about what our picks mean, and we already gave up a fifth and a seventh, and now a fourth in next year's draft. And you've seen the collection and how hard the cutting room table is. They still haven't released who's been released because there's so much
you.
positions
Man.
because we have drafted well and collected well. And I know that's what I was thinking. Of course, you read about more about Trey Lance, and then too, I already had my initial presumptions about Trey Lance. I,
Hmm.
for lack of better words, I hated the motherfucker just because he's a 49er, just because he wore that jersey. I was a little kid when uh, we acquired Charles Haley, and I could imagine with my loyalty as bad as it is, and my uh,
Yeah.
I guess disdain for the 49ers, I would have been pissed just because of that blind loyalty. So you kick back and you think like Larry. You think about the $64 million hit we're gonna get in our cap next year. You think about history with good quarterbacks, the good quarterbacks that we want Dak Prescott to be, and what Dak Prescott's getting paid to be. Uh, Tom Brady had a lot of predecessors that never took over because he held it down, and I know that's a bar to give
Yeah.
Dak Prescott
Right.
to reach, but that's honestly where he is. Tony Romo got 9 seasons. Dak is in his seventh
Yep.
season. I'm
Yep.
not. This ain't the Dak is not dancing in the Apollo, and I ain't the dude with the hook. But this is the hook being there, and nothing. What is the expression? Pressure either makes diamonds or bends pipes. And
That's
hey,
right.
I'm an electrician. I'll be bending pipe all the time. So I understand
Yeah.
that completely. And I look forward, and it is good business. It's good business. I took
Yeah.
my exhale. The biggest thing I'm really optimistic about the kid is that he's 23 years old. He became
Yes.
a pro at
23.
20 years old. So he has all the skills. I guess now that the dust is settled, my biggest gripe is he need to shave his damn head. He need to come to Jesus and understand that that front part ain't gonna grow, and he needs to shave it. And that's all I want to expand on. I got more for the huddle, but that all I'll expand on because I want to save it for the guys. But that's where I'm at now. I'm more at peace with it.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, like when you mentioned the Charles Haley deal, yeah, I hated the 49ers just because they were 49ers, and Charles Haley just happened to be a 49er, so I hated him too until he came to the Cowboys,
This that
so
fire starter, G.
you know what I mean? So yeah, and again with Trey Lance, personally, I think this was you couldn't pass it up because it was a great deal. I mean, it's like going to Trader Village and seeing a set of rims for real cheap. You walk by and you're like, how much you want? $100? Hey, you got to be kidding! You can't pass it up. So we only pay him 940,000 this season. Okay, so it's a cheap deal. I mean, this is just where I'm seeing it. But as far as him being a part of the team, like I said, I think it's a great move. He'll get in here and I think he'll learn. He'll learn from the coaches. And with the coaches that we have, I think they will definitely put him in position to grow because he got plenty of time to grow, Larry. I just really think he has a lot of time to grow, but not necessarily saying that he would just sit there for 2 years. Personally, this is what I'm thinking, and I just like I titled this video. Trey Lance could contribute to the Cowboys, and what other way to do that than to give him a package, a Wildcat package? What do you think? I mean, you give him a package here. I want you to learn these 5 plays, and we can. This is how we save Dak somewhat. We don't have to put so much pressure on Dak. Well, we can use this as a package. Okay, let's go Wildcat. Trey, you run this. It just let's look at this, Larry. You have Trey Lance at quarterback. You got Deuce at the running back. You got Tony Pollard at the slot. You got Brandon Cook at the slot. You got Turpin out wide and CD. Come on now. Let me do something about that. I'm just saying it's possible. Listen, we want you to learn these 5 plays, and we're going to use this package when we need them. What do you think?
It's pick your poison.
It's
This
pick
this
your
this is that
poison.
that fire
Pick it up.
starter. I say this lights a fire under Dak to get his what together,
Yeah,
and I think this will motivate him to do better on the
yeah,
field. Like me personally, I want to see Dak run when he needs to run
yeah,
and not be afraid of injury.
yeah, yeah. And I think, Larry, with that being said, I think a lot of that, I think you will see a lot better Dak under Mike McCarthy's coaching style because I really feel that Mike McCarthy has so much experience and knowledge of the game. He knows what he needs to do in order to put Dak Prescott in good position to be successful. So I think we'll see a lot better Dak to where his reads are going to be easy. He's going to have some dump off passes to where if he's in any type of trouble, he can always dump the ball out. But one thing we won't see him doing is getting sacked a lot and throwing interceptions because he always have a check down that he can throw to. So um again, it could now where I'm thinking I don't think it's going to put pressure on Dak right now. Dak is the guy. Dak is basically 59. He holds a $59 million salary cap against the Cowboys. So he knows he's in good shape. But Dak also knows that he's 30 years old. He's 30. And you got this 23-year-old. And I'm thinking Dak is understanding, hey, I'm 30. It happened to me. I came in as a young buck and I came into Tony Romo's job. So now he's the Tony Romo, that and Trey Lance is now the Dak Prescott. So if anything, it's a reality check for Dak. And like you say, and when you say the fire up under Dak, maybe he's thinking it to this point to where it's like, you know what? My days could be numbered now. I got this youngster come in like me. I better either win now or it won't happen.
You better kick it into gear.
You better kick it into gear. So yeah,
Mhm.
and maybe he's looking at it like that. As far as, well, damn, I'm the old man now. And he is the old man.
And Trey Lance could be the future if Mike McCarthy and the coaches can develop him,
Right,
and he can do better than what he
right.
did at San Francisco.
Hmm.
Trey Lance could be the Cowboys' future.
Well, and and that is so true. I agree with you. And I think that's what they think they have. They could, and like I say, he's only 23. And by him only being 23, he's raw. He hasn't really had any, no mileage, I'm gonna say this here too. I really think Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch really set him up for failure, man. I just really think they did. It's unfortunate that he had to go through and witness and had to experience what he experienced. But I really think, you know, I don't know what Kyle Shanahan is thinking when it comes to quarterback. We got to remember he did Jimmy Garoppolo the same way. Here we are, Trey Lance, and I wouldn't be surprised if this guy Brock Purdy would be the next guy. So I don't know what is Kyle Shanahan looking for, but whatever it is, we want to thank him for sending Trey our way.
That was a robbery
Yeah, well, yeah,
for a
highway
fourth
robbery
round pick.
for a fourth round, and you see what they gave up? They gave up all that to get Trey Lance. Man, that's $30 million. And Kyle Shanahan better not ever ask for another quarterback because I mean, right now I know the owner's like, what the crap. But before we go any further, I got to bring my next guy on. That's well, stay hang tough, Larry G. And it's our guy, no other that always hangs out with me on Monday night. It's PR Cowboy. Give it up.
What's up? What's up, fam?
Yeah, man. We talking about the elephant in the room, man. The latest
Yeah,
and the greatest. We
I've
got
been talking about it all weekend.
yeah, yeah. So how you feeling about that, man?
uh, I'm like Mackie. I had that initial reaction, especially because we're in the mindset of win now, right? And you see the Giants trade a seventh round pick for a linebacker that's going to contribute to them right away from the Cardinals. That kind of, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, G, you can look at this that so many ways. There's so many
Yeah,
ways you can look at this thing. Um, there's a lot that goes into it. Like, fourth round for a kid that's a top. You see these top tier these quarterbacks that get picked high get second, third chances. You see Sam Darnold, see Carson Wentz. The difference is those guys had 4 to 5 years with their original teams to prove that they had it. This kid's played 8 games. That's where, like I said, you can how you want to look at it. Now, we got 2 years to, hey, do we want to pick up the fifth year option in 2 years?
yeah.
There's a lot that goes into this. It's just
God
not
almighty.
just, it's just so much, and we're not going to know if this was a good deal till probably 3, 4 years down the road.
Yeah,
We're not going to know.
yeah. And I think before the 3 or 4 years is up, like I was telling Larry G, I really feel that this guy, we're going to probably implement a package for this guy, man. He's too athletic. And, and I say that because guess what? I got video. Let's check out the video, guy. Let's go to video. I got
He
a
always got
video.
the video.
I got video. But we're not going to look at all what the media is showing of this guy, man. The media is showing him all these incomplete passes. It's just not fair, man, to do this kid like this. And I just pray and hope, man, that Mike McCarthy just groom this kid, But let's just check out this video. Let's go back to his college days, man. And this is how you evaluate this kid. And I don't know what Kyle Shanahan was looking for, a pocket passer, but that's not who this kid is. But let's take a look real quick.
Lance is going to keep it up the middle. Trey Lance breaking free. He's going to take it all the way for the first touchdown here in 2019.
Kid is athletic, man. Kind of remind you of Dak when he started.
Great opportunity to sit behind Easton Stick and learn how to play that quarterback position.
Looking for the home run down the field. That is Watson who makes the catch, and he's into the end zone. The Bison went play action, and they hit it for 69 yards, and the lead grows to 13-0.
Lance is going to take off and run. Cutting it back inside the 10. Lance into the end zone. Touchdown. Grasso had to run a long way to make that tackle. Lance is going to air it out one-on-one coverage to the end zone.
Got an arm, too.
What a catch. Touchdown, Phoenix Rose.
That's the reason you get second and third chances right there.
Lance is going to keep it. He's going to run to the corner.
What he's good at, man.
Is he short, or did he stay on his feet? Is he in?
That West Coast Texas toast.
That's it.
They put the fullback.
One man's trash, another man's
in
treasure.
The I formation. Babbage goes in motion. Lance escapes from Reed and then finds wide open in the end zone. Josh Babbage. Babbage, the sophomore, with his third touchdown reception of the season, and the Bison.
Kid is athletic, man. We know that.
Touchdown on the board of the evening in the first quarter.
From its own 39-yard line, design run for Trey Lance. Keeps the feet moving, and now he's off to the races. Trey Lance down the sideline, 61 yards.
So that's how we're going to evaluate this guy, man. We're going to evaluate the guy of what he was doing in his college years, because what they're showing of him right now, man. It's just I don't know. It's kind of like they're just showing all his mishaps. What do you think? What do you think, PR Cowboy?
And I think now this is what's worrisome to me is he couldn't beat Sam Darnold for the backup. Shanahan is usually a quarterback-friendly offense. He had Griffin, he had Matt Ryan, he's had different style of quarterbacks, and look, he's doing it with Purdy now. That is the worrisome thing that I do have about it, because, like, man, you couldn't do it with this guy. But he had the injury. He's only had 8 games. That's why I look at this as a long-term more deal. Because let's say Dak plays 4 seasons at the most. Let's say he plays 4 more seasons at the most. He's in his 8th season. By 4 more seasons, he'd be 12 seasons, right? Let's just say that. The kid's only going to be 27. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you want to look at this as long-term, because, hey, we've been fortunate the last couple of times to go from Romo to go to Dak, to give ourselves chances to be in situations to win. If you can continue that mode, I'm all for it, because we can go back to after the Aikman and what we went through. So quarterback, and I'm to the deal where I feel like teams should draft quarterbacks every year, because look what the Niners hit on Mr. Irrelevant. He's their guy, starting quarterback now. So that's, like I said, everybody's gonna look at it a different way. You give up 4th round, he doesn't work out. Heck, you drafted guys in the 2nd round that didn't work out. You drafted guys in the 1st round that didn't work out. So it's like if you're drafting a guy with the 4th round, Niners lose this deal right here. They gave up, 8 games. Like I said, this is a totally different situation than a Carson Wentz or a Sam Darnold, because those guys had for their whole full rookie contract to prove with their team what they could do. This guy's had 8 games.
8 games.
So like I said, it's a wait and see deal for me.
Yeah,
I think this year, hey, when you play like a Jalen Hurts, when you play a Justin Fields, you play a San Francisco, he can run the scout team for you when you play these
yeah,
teams.
yeah,
So you know what I'm saying. So that's where I think he'll help this year because remember you just gave Cooper Rush an extension back in May, 2-year extension also.
yeah,
So I think he'll become the number 2 next year.
yeah,
But I think it's this year is just like just bring them along, let them
yeah.
learn, and,
Yeah, I
yeah,
see that too. I see right now he's going to have to sit in the passenger seat, in the back seat right now.
yeah.
But I see next year that you will probably have Cooper Rush as a backup somewhere else. Because we did assign an extension to him this year, so he'll definitely be here this year. But next year, I think Trey Lance will be probably our number 2 QB, man, and you'll have Cooper Rush playing somewhere else. But yeah, I have no problem with that. So here's a comment right here. All Shanahan did was dump his distraction onto Jerry's lap. Trey is going to be a huge distraction for y'all once Dak plays back or gets hurt. Well, thanks a lot for your vote of confidence. But anyway, so what do you think,
Hey, it's a,
Larry G? What do you
go
think?
ahead, Dan.
One man's trash is another man's treasure.
And it's all about how you groom that individual. And evidently, Cal Shanahan didn't have enough time or patience to groom this kid to be
Yeah,
what he's looking to be.
apparently the main problem that they were having with Trey Lance, they were saying that he was holding on to that ball for too long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you know what? When you say that, also, Jimmy Garoppolo, had something to say about Trey Lance. He wished him the best and everything, but he also said it was probably an issue with him grasping the offense because what he was hinting to is his offense is not an easy offense to pick up. So this could have been a problem, but he said he's really happy that he's get a chance to start his career elsewhere, but he did mention that this offense Cal Shanahan runs, and sometimes the verbiage can just be so much. I remember, what's his name? Chucky. What's his name?
uh, um, Gruden.
Gruden. Gruden,
Yeah,
and he had who was that Applewhite, I think. I remember he had some quarterback, and his play was like Z95 X3 69 43 X OG Zebra 405. you know, and maybe it's the terminology, man, And one thing about Mike McCarthy said, I might call the play one way, but Dak can call it another way. However, Dak can get the play across to where he can understand it, you know, and that's what he does. So, and maybe that may have been the issue with Trey. Trey,
and you like you said, Jay, he was what 20 drafted, right? And at a smaller
yes,
a smaller school, right? You know, and we've seen it with some of these young guys. We saw Tolbert, right? Last year just struggled. Smaller school,
yeah,
struggled with getting the terminology, and this year you just see a different wide receiver in him this year as in the
yeah,
preseason. So that's what I'm saying with this kid. Like, man, even if he sat 3 years, I mean, what Aaron Rodgers sat 4 years behind Brett Favre. Like it's okay for him. He's still young
yeah. I mean,
to
what was his
sit
name?
and learn this.
Jordan Love. He had to sit behind Rodgers for
Yeah,
so long. Look at him now. I mean, God, man, we're talking about 8 games this kid was able to play. That's okay. That's okay. We're excited, man. We're excited to have this kid with us, man. And I'm sure that um um Scott Tolzien, Scott Tolzien was the backup to Aaron Rodgers and also played for Mike McCarthy. So he'll have an opportunity to groom
yeah.
Trey Lance. So again, with these coaches that we have, man, these caliber coaches that we have, I really think that they're gonna do what they need to do to get this kid where he needs to be. So what do you think,
Yeah.
Larry G?
I agree.
You know,
I totally agree.
yeah. What's going on? What you say, PR?
No, and yeah, and if it doesn't work out, it's a Jerry move. Jerry's known. It's a Jerry move. This is a Jerry move all the way. So, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Fourth round pick. We've like you said, we've had worse not work out. First, second
Yeah,
round picks, whatever. So, like I said initially, like I said, I was thinking, I was the same mindset. Let's get somebody help right now. Let's, but hey, like I said, we'll see. We'll see. It's a wait and see kind of deal, and we gotta be patient with it.
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna see what's going on, but let's go back over. Let's go back, Trey Leslie. All right, J Day. That's what I'm talking about. I'm telling you, like Larry G said, one man's trash, another man's treasure, and I see nothing but good things going on with this. But man, what I want to do, let's go ahead and get into the recap of the Raiders and the Cowboys. Okay, and let's talk a little bit about the final game, man. I mean, Will
Will
Greer,
Greer.
yeah, yeah, man. And can you imagine, man, that you being told that you're going to be released, but at the same time, we're going to give you an opportunity. Come on, man, these coaches are the best, man. But
Yeah.
we're going to give you an opportunity to make some highlight film for you to take with you, so you can. And I mean, Larry G, you think what he did? You think somebody will pick him up?
For sure. He played amazing out there.
Yeah, yeah, he really did. What do you
And
think?
the
Go ahead.
Cardinals, they just released Colt McCoy.
Yep.
Oh,
So you never know.
Yep. And Kyler
wait a minute.
Murray's on the pup list, so there you go.
Oh, and Tyler. Wait a minute. Kyler Murray's on the pub list.
Yep.
Oh boy, now that's news that you can
Cardinals
use.
could come calling.
Come on, man. Y'all just heard it first. Larry G just gave y'all some inside scoop. Let's give it up for Larry G. So yeah, man. Oh man, it was so awesome to see Dak calling plays. Dak, I can't make this up, guys. I mean, like Dak said, this is a quarterback's dream. I didn't see this coming. PR, did you see this coming? I didn't see this coming.
No, that was, and it looked like they had some fun with it, right? He just playing Madden out
Wow.
there, calling plays. Yeah, it was. I think that's a good strategy that Mike McCarthy used right there to
It's
allow him to
genius.
call plays. Yep.
It's genius. I mean, Larry G, what you think? I mean,
That was a game. That was a game. I mean, if Dak can play as good as he calls plays, oh, we in business.
oh yeah, we're in business. And the way he was so fluent and the way he was fluid with the play calling and how he was and see, I know what Mike McCarthy was doing. Okay, Dak, you're not gonna be able to play, but and you know what he said? Mike McCarthy said this, and I don't have video for that one. But he said what they would do after the practice, they would walk the field and he would allow Cooper Rush and Dak to call the plays while they're walking the field. I guess after practice, they just walk and call plays and whatever. But Dak and Cooper Rush didn't know what the reason was, but Mike McCarthy said that was the whole purpose to get him ready for this last preseason game to call the game. And man, if he can call the plays like that and play like he called the plays, man, to me, what that's telling me, he's comfortable with these plays. That's what it,
Yep.
it tells me. I mean, really, that's what it tells me. So here we are, man. So the final score was 31-16. Look who's at the top of the list, man. God almighty. This is one kid that we got to think about. Tyron Johnson, 5 for 90 yards, 6 targets. Long was for 33 yards. Hunter Lupke, 5 for 60, 5 targets. He caught all 5. Dontario Drummond, 3 for 33, caught all 3. Now, this is one. Simi Fehoko. Simi Fehoko is, he was 3 for 16. So, that's something to think about. Jalen Marino Cropper was 2 for 12. And then we had Sean McKeon, 2 for 12. Malik Davis, 3 for 10. And Jalen Brooks, 1 for 11. Preston Fat. So, yeah, here we are, man. And here's Will Greer, man. Will Greer. So where was he at? Let's see. He had wait a minute. Did I get okay? Will Griffin was 29 for 35, 305 yards, 2 TDs. Come on now. 122 rating. Come on now. What y'all think about that, man? Is that is that
Don't
enough?
forget them rushing touchdowns now.
Yeah.
Yes, let me go
He
down
was
to the
He
moving.
got a
rest.
two
He
piece, I
was.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah. He was
man. Let me
moving.
see.
He
Where
was
is he
moving.
at? Yeah, here we go. Right here. Yeah. 10 for 53 yards. Come on now, 2 TDs. Malik Davis 10 for 42 and Hunter Lukin for 15 for 58. Say, man. But
Yeah.
He was playing Madden.
yeah, man. They they definitely playing Madman. So um with that being said, were you guys aware of who didn't play?
Yep.
Deuce.
Deuce or
Ooh.
Rico.
Ooh. Deuce or Rico didn't play. So what does that mean for Hunter Luepke and Malik Davis, man? I mean, is that ooh.
Somebody
So
gonna
I
get
know.
chopped.
No, yeah, I think in during the broadcast they were talking about, well, dang, so are you going to keep four now with the trade? Because we thought, we're going to two quarterbacks on the 53-man roster. Now you got to keep three. That takes up a roster spot. So what do you, man, I think Malik's odd man out. I think they keep four. To tell you the truth, I think Lupe makes it.
Hmm. Yeah. Luke could be the one. Dude, Lupe could oh man, yeah, because we already Deuce is gonna beat out Malik. That's basically where I see it.
Yeah.
I think that's what's
Rico's
gonna
in.
happen.
I think Rico's in. I think Malik. They try to clear him through waivers and try to get him on the practice squad if they can. Who knows? That's going to happen. But I think Lukey. Remember who was it they had in Green Bay? Coon, and
Yeah,
McCarthy likes those kind of guys. So
there you go.
I think uh, you know he can
Isn't
do
he the
it. He
fullback?
can. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
And
I see
Lukey can
Luke
play
as
that.
that fullback. That's right. We got
Yeah.
enough finesse runners. We have enough finesse runners. So yeah, this would probably be a great position for Luke Gay. And I mean, he did really, really good, man. That's what I saw. He started a little slow, but he once he got into his rhythm, man, he was there, man, doing his thing. But
The pass blocking too.
yeah, and you
Yep.
got to remember, Malik Davis kind of got on bad terms with Dallas last year. So I think right before that playoff game against 49ers, something like that. I think something went on and they had some differences and things like that. But yeah, Malik could be the one that probably end back up on a practice squad. He could
Mhm.
probably find himself back on practice squad or something like that. Who knows? But what I want to do share with everybody before we get into this, man. So, we're always talking about being waived, and we're talking about being cut. So there's a difference between the two. So cutting a player is when a team chooses to part ways with a player, but there is more subtly to it through the difference between getting waived and getting released. So now, after NFL team cuts a player, he is either waived or released. A player who has accrued less than 4 years worth of season in the NFL is waived, while a so-called vested veteran or a player with four or more accrued season is released. An accrued season simply refers to the player to the year a player spends at least 6 weeks on a team's 53-man roster. So that's the difference. Because here we are, guys. We are right there, man. We know tomorrow is the deadline, and there are some names that, well, there go Ivan. Ivan already said Kevin Joseph. How you feeling about Kevin Joseph, Larry G?
I would say that he's doing better.
Hmm.
He's doing better.
Yeah,
But I don't think it's gonna be enough to retain him on the team.
yeah. So he can definitely be waived. He really can be waived. So yeah, what do you think, PR? What do you think about Kevin Joseph, man? Did he do enough or
Man, like you said, like Larry said, like he did play better than I have seen him the last couple of years. We really loved him on special teams last year. He did great, but like you said, they said it on the broadcast. When you're a second round pick, you're you're prefer to do more than special teams on a
yeah,
second round pick. So
yeah, yeah.
so yeah, he's just right. Like I said, the court and behind our four corners were kind of thin. So just like, man, who you go with, who you not go with. That's a tough one for me. That one can go either way for me right now. So,
It can. It could go either way, due to the fact that he's a second round. I think we would just expect, and we should expect more when you're the second round, or it could have been one of those Taco Charlton type of situation where we thought we just didn't get out of him. So,
yeah.
personally, watching Kelvin Joseph, I just think his footwork is not the best. His technique is not the best, and if it boils down to it, he'd probably be one that's on the chopping block. I kind of feel like that. So with that being said, what are your guys thinking about Jabril Cox? He's another one. I mean, Larry G, what are you thinking? What do you think about Jabril Cox? How is it Damone Clark came in and just took over, and we're still thinking about Jabril Cox, and he's coming off the bench and playing special teams? What are you thinking?
Well, his replacement was looking real good. That number 40.
Oh, who you talking about?
No, number 40. I think he's a safety.
Butler.
Butler,
the one
yeah.
that
Butler.
came in from
He's looking real good.
Yeah. So do you think
Jabril? I mean, we've been had him for a while now, and he still hasn't, gotten the hang of it. He's playing with the fourth stringers, right?
Basically, and special teams. I mean, what do you think, PR Cowboy? What are you thinking, man?
And we've said it the last couple of years. Me and you sat here and say, man, we're rooting for the kid and we want him to, take that next step. We saw a little glance his rookie year, right? We thought, like, man, this kid could be something. And since the injury, just kind of just backtracked. So I felt like Harper played better in the last game. And like we said before, we got some of these hybrid safeties that can come up.
Yeah.
That can come up and fill that role. So I think he's on the chop block too, man. I think he's had his opportunities, and like Larry said, we got these hybrid safeties that can come up and do the same thing. And
Bell. They've been sliding him down at the linebacker. They've been sliding Marquise Bell down.
We saw it all last year, right? We saw it all last year. Them do that. So that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to go that route. And
Donovan Wilson too.
Donovan Wilson
did it all last year. Yeah,
that's the starter right there. That's your starter.
That's the starter right there.
Woo.
You play Curse and Malik Hooker in the safety, and you bring Donovan Wilson into the box. There's so many things you can do. So yeah.
So yeah, and I'm gonna say this one guy. I hope they really keep. Man, I really do. I hope they keep this guy, Wanye Thomas. I really hope they keep Wanye.
Yeah,
I like Wanye.
Yeah,
but that's a crowded safety. It's crowded back there. But
it's crowded.
Maybe we can put him on special teams for a while or whatever. But we know for a fact that Malik Hooker is going to be here for a while now. Now we gave him a contract. So, it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. So let me ask you guys this. Starting with you, Larry G, our guest for today. Larry G, is Brandon Aubrey our kicker, or should we look elsewhere?
He ain't my kicker.
Whoa! Well, why you say that? He's been pretty accurate, man.
I know y'all saw that 49-yarder, right?
Yeah, but he came back with a 59.
He missed. He did.
They were both 59-yarders. He missed one and he made one from 59.
Come on, Larry G. Oh,
you see, the reason why I say this is because we've been having kicking problems ever since Dan Bailey left.
Yeah.
So when it comes to kicker, I want that consistency.
Yeah.
So like if I was Jerry, I'd probably go pick up the phone and have Robbie Gould come over.
There you go. That's a possibility. What do you think? What do you think, PR?
I mean, we discussed this last week, man. I was like, let's stop going for it on fourth down. Let's see this kick some 40-yard kill goals, 30-yard. He's made the PATs. I want to see him from the left hash, from the right hash, from this is what I wanted to see. And I get to see two 59-yard kicks where I can see the kid has a leg. The kid does have a leg. Hey, and I drafted him with my last pick in my fantasy football draft. So I'm hoping.
No, you did not.
I did. I went with him.
God. Give it up for PR Cowboy.
Hey man, these field goals can't be costing us games now.
No, they can't. They can't.
Right.
And I think they're gonna roll with them. And the first sign of trouble, then I think that they'll make a move quickly. I think he's on a short leash. But man, our special teams coach too. We give it up to Quinn and McCarthy. We got so many, but man, our special team coach is one of the best to do it, man.
Come on, man.
And let's give them the opportunity. Like I said, like I wish I could have seen more. Like I said, but we're gonna get to see more. It's about to get real. So So yeah, we'll get to see. Hey, I felt the same way about last year about Maher, and he had a great regular season up until the playoffs. Like Maher proved me wrong last year, all up until to the playoffs. He did have a good season.
He did. He just
So
killed it.
let's. Was that due to our special teams coach? Getting in there and working with the kids. Who knows? Like this is where we got to see. We're gonna see what he has here really quick.
Right.
I think we should trust the process, G.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's trust the process. I trust my coaches, man. I really do. I trust my coaches. I'm so glad that Mike McCarthy is now calling the plays. I'm so glad that Dan Quinn considered, no, not even considered, but he decided to stay as the defensive coordinator. I'm so glad we got the coaches that we have. I'm excited. And now what's next is September 10th. It's going down up in New York. It's going to be your Dallas Cowboys versus them sorry New York. I ain't gonna say that word because Mikey always said Giants. I'm just gonna leave it at Giants.
The game been over before it started.
Say that again.
I said the game been over before it started.
You better believe it. You better believe it. And Wade that called that game on Saturday for his buddy Will Greer. Man, I'm expecting him to do the same thing on that field, man. So here we are, guys. So we know the deadline for the cuts are at tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time, man. So let's kind of just keep our eyes on Twitter and see what goes on, man. Wow, I hate that feeling because my son went through it. After 3 years, he got waived, and it's just, man, as a fan, we don't think much about it, but as a parent, but he landed on his feet. He ended up going to the Cardinals for 2 years, but, I got that call. He said, Pops, I got waived. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I said, that's okay, which his agent was already on the phone, taking care of business. Sure enough, he got a 2-year deal over at the Cardinals. So, hey, man, it's the business. So there's no loyalty. Yeah. There's no loyalty in NFL. I don't care what nobody say. It is what it is.
and like we said, G, like these picks, man, like, we've seen Mozzie all preseason play the whole game, right? Because we're thinking Quinn he needs to get more. He needs to get ready, right? But then you get like a 5th-round pick, like a Sam Richards, who moved up quickly and looks like our backup swing tackle now going into the season.
I like
crazy,
him.
Right? It's crazy.
I like him, Awesome Richards. I like him. Okay, last question, guy, before we get out of here. Who do you think our number 2 running back will be? Starting with you, Larry G. You getting all the questions off the top, buddy. Come on, let's go.
Deuce Vaughn.
Woo! Wait a minute. Well, I'm going to do this here. We don't know. It's possible. What do you think, PR Cowboy?
I think Rico starts the year as the number 2, but I think Deuce will end the year as the number 2. I think. At some point in the season, I don't know when, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with PR Cowboy. I think Rico, he has a little bit more pack to
leverage.
The punch. Yeah, and but I really think what's going to happen, though, man, I'm going to say this here. I really think what's going to happen is that they're going to have packages for Deuce. They're definitely going to have certain packages for Deuce to come in, and then, he'll get his touches as well.
They're going to use all 3. They will.
Say it again.
They're going to use all 3 guys. They'll get them all involved.
Yeah. And that's what was going on with my fantasy, man, because the thing about it, I think some guys was mad at me because I picked Patrick Mahomes. Hell, he was there. Shoot.
What number pick were you, G? What number pick were you that you took Patrick?
I was Texas boy 67.
Oh, there you were the other night. Oh, that's what. Okay, all right.
Yeah, they got pissed off because I went. Listen, I'm trying to win, man. I mean, I went and got the Dallas Cowboy defense early, Larry G. I think I pissed some folks off, but I need that defense. But it should be great, man. It was a great draft.
I was drafting in 2 leagues. I was drafting in that one and another one at the same time last night, man. I was doing 2 different ones.
Yeah, you were busy. Yeah, I got another one coming up this weekend. So yeah, man, it is what it is. So let's give it up for Larry G for hanging out with us tonight. All right,
Thank
Larry,
you for having me.
Yeah, we're doing Monday night, so I see now that you're bold enough to come hang out with us. So we're gonna be looking for you to come back, and we're gonna definitely continue to look for them comments, man, because your comments is off the wall. We appreciate you, brother. But and PR Cowboy, you know how I feel, brother. You always welcome as well. Like I say, this is a viewer stream. It's not my stream. It's for the viewers. So again, thank y'all, man, for coming out and hanging out with me. And we're gonna end it right here. But again, let's just say what's up to the family out there, to those that are subscribed. And if you're not, make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the like button and the notification button. And like I always say, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream. So let's make it happen. Dallas Cowboys. Deuces.
Puro pinches Cowboys.